The sun beats down on Phnom Penh's dusty streets as 5-year-old Loung Ung races to hide with her family. The Khmer Rouge soldiers are closing in, sweeping through homes, tearing apart the city. Her father whispers fiercely, "Act like peasants, no education, no ties." But how do you erase your entire identity when it's everything you know? This is no normal game of hide and seek. This is survival at its rawest. Loung's peace shatters overnight. You feel the weird innocence of childhood collide with the nightmare of genocide. In April 1975, Loung's childhood ends abruptly when the Khmer Rouge arrive. Her family, educated, well-off, must flee Phnom Penh. Within hours, Loung witnesses her mother's fear, her siblings' confusion, and the world she knows erased by forced evacuation into the countryside. Loung's father trains the family to survive by pretending to be illiterate farmers. It's like wearing an invisible costume, shedding years of privilege and identity to dodge death. This hiding in plain sight tactic becomes their only weapon against the soldiers who hunt intellectuals and city folk. Through Loung's eyes, we see the war's cruelty, not just bombs or guns, but starvation, beatings, and broken families. Yet in that tiny body, there's fierce clarity and grit. She changes from a carefree child into a young warrior, understanding more than she should, surviving where most do not. Now Loung is just one girl among thousands, in forced labor camps, where brutal rules shape every heartbeat. The Ung family moves through brutal labor camps where starvation is law and punishment is public. Loung watches friends taken for forced conscription or worse. Every scar, every fleeting smile, tells the story of a haunted, hungry community. The Khmer Rouge wield mental torture like a weapon. Silence replaces speech, fear replaces trust. It's a maze of psychological traps, like invisible chains that constrict even without bars. Survivors learn the deadly art of keeping their heads down while watching out for the next betrayal. Amid the darkness, Loung clings to tiny rebellions, finding a scrap of food, whispering a song, a secret glance with a sibling. These small sparks aren't just survival tactics. They're quiet declarations that humanity refuses to die, even inside a cage made of fear. Years trapped under terror culminate in one desperate bid for freedom and a chance to reclaim life. In 1979, as the Vietnamese army closes in, Loung's family seizes a fragile opening and flees the camps. They trudge through jungles and refugee camps, their bodies weak but wills unbroken. Each step away from the Khmer Rouge feels like clawing back their stolen identities. Loung's survival depends on learning harsh lessons fast, how to find food in the wild, avoid deadly patrols, and care for her younger siblings. No longer a sheltering child, she becomes a strategist, driven by the fierce promise of freedom and family. Eventually, Loung's family reunites, emigrates to America, and rebuilds. The brutal past never disappears, but from the wreckage grows resilience, compassion, and a voice to speak for the countless children silenced by war. Her story reminds us how deeply violence scars, and how courage can still reshape destiny. Back in Phnom Penh, 5-year-old Loung learned how to hide her true self to live another day. Her story closes the loop, reminding us we often carry invisible battles from childhood. Try this. Next time you face overwhelm, remember Loung's quiet courage and find your own small spark of resistance. It might just light your path forward. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.